Hey, what's up guys, your boy Keys. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to be reacting to Slime Manga, chapter 122. Now, if you guys have been following Slime, or you've been following me reacting to Slime, y'all probably wondering, what was taking you so long to put these out? Listen, I forgot. My bad, y'all. my bad. You know, I remembered last week. I was supposed to redo it then, but I had something come up, so I couldn't do it last weekend. And then, you know, throughout the week, my weeks are generally just chalked, except for Tuesdays, which I normally fit in, you know, Omniscient Reader and Chainsaw Man in. But yeah, sorry for the delay. I know I was supposed to get this out a lot earlier. But hey, better late than never, right? So let's go ahead and talk about exactly what happened in the last chapter. So when we left off, long story short, we saw that Yuki was talking to Maribel, alright? We know that they're in cahoots with each other, along with another dude who is essentially one of like the 5 elders. So I think he's, if I'm correct, he's one of the people that's like on the council that's like ruling his own country or whatever. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get more about this guy later on, but long story short, they're discussing how they're gonna handle Rimuru, and Maribel's like, look, I might be able to convince him, because the reality is she thought she had Yuki, you know, she thinks she has Yuki under her control, because we found out her power actually gives her the ability to persuade people to the bidding or things that she wants. So that being I'm looking over some of the, just so I can get a recap myself. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I'm correct about it. Yeah, it says she's able to override the target's desires, but like with her own, you know, making them like her collaborators, right? So she thinks that, you know, every person that she communicates with, once they get their desires, she can morph them to her own will. And so it's interesting because she thinks that she's doing the same thing to Yuki. She's like, oh, I got this man wrapped around my finger. But like I said last chapter or last review, I don't think that's the case. I think Yuki is one of those type of dudes that he's just going to let you think that because it benefits him. But the reality is he probably has his own agenda going on, and he's just trying to use her in order to further push his goals. So right now he's sitting comfortably in the I am naive or I am ignorant or whatever, right, in that category in her mind. So it works probably in his favor because it's going to allow him to get away with stuff under her nose. That's my theory, at least. But now she's setting her targets on Rimuru. She's trying to see if she can get in his good graces so she can manipulate him as well. Let's be real right now. He has Raphael. That is not going to happen. It's just not. At least I don't think so. Maybe I can be proven wrong. We'll see. Outside of that, we started getting some more about what's going on in the dungeons. Obviously, Rimuru and them were attacking different dungeon runners or adventurers because Hinata essentially destroyed majority of the lower 4 bosses, right? So because of that, they had to supplement the challenge by becoming bosses themselves. So him, Milim, what's my man's name? Veldora, and then there was somebody else. Ramirez. So they all decided to like become their own monsters, deities, or whatever, right? And they started attacking, and they even made a name for themselves and everything like that. And it seems that they've been leveling up and doing very well. So now people kind of like know more, or they've made a name for themselves so that they're kind of a staple in the dungeon in a way. It's also cool because, you know, the dungeon itself is giving Rimuru the ability to, you know, profit very well. He's actually now running broadcasts where they're essentially doing like replays of like different pivotal moments that happen in the dungeon. A lot of them are Masayuki, right? Because everybody loves Masayuki. But yeah, outside of that, I think it ended with like Rimuru getting invited in order to go to the meeting for Ingracia. I think they're having like a discussion like where all of the different Western meeting, or all the different Western nations come together for this council, and they're going to essentially talk about whatever topics they need to in order to, you know, form good diplomatic relations with one another. And the next topic is going to be about Tempest, so they actually formally invited Rimuru. So I'm very excited to see exactly how things pick up next. So let's just go ahead and hop into this chapter. Okay. Okay. The Council of the West is an alliance built up from the nations that neighbor the forest of Jura, so they can prosper together in ways beyond what a member nation by itself can manage. Right, so I'm gonna guess it's kind of like NATO in a way. That's kind of how I'm kind of relating it to. Maybe I'm wrong. If there's a better alternative in terms of, or maybe even the what is it called, the UK before Brexit, how the UK was. Every month, representatives from each nation gather in Gracia to hold a council meeting. The aim being to help each other, whether big or small, and protect the interests of humankind. The subject matter of these meetings runs the gamut: anti-monster measures, droughts, pandemics, disasters, and so on. Now, the assembled members were discussing whether to give Tempest a seat in the council. We can trust that nation, I feel. We should expect all efforts to welcome them as our friends. You say that, but we're talking about the demon lord that rules the force of Jura. If we anger him, what if he sets that storm dragon upon us? No need to worry, he's just leaning on him is all. I doubt this demon lord has much power himself. Who gonna tell that boy? Who gonna tell that man? Hold on, my ear messing with me. Let me go ahead and put these on real quick. Yeah, but who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him? Because they need to know. Yeah, he is not to be played with. Are you mad? Then how do you explain the draw that he and Lady Hinata had fought to? Right, and to be honest with you, he really was gonna win. So I think we should appreciate this demon lord for the strength he's clearly shown. We're just going in circles. Oh, Hinata's like, I'm falling asleep. Can we please get this over with? I was invited as an expert witness, but really, is there any point to a meeting that makes so little progress? They want to know whether Rimuru will harm us or not. Well, if you don't personally know his nature, I can see why it'd be hard to answer that. We can all agree on that, can't we? If they say Tempest will be our friend, then let's welcome them in. But they'll need to bring some gifts with them, of course. What's in it for me, is what he's getting at. Yes, try to fight them, and we'll have another Falmouth on our hands. I mean, yeah, pretty much. They'll need to learn their place, though. Do they even care about international laws we've passed? I don't think that's a worry, no. You've heard the rumors about Duke Muse Foley, I trust. Indeed, lashing back at him by following our own rules rather than with violence. Quite frightful thing, isn't it? Who knows why he's trying to curry favor with humans like this? But the Demon Lord's motives here don't really matter. Can we make use of him or not? Of course y'all thinking about it this way. This is the question at hand. The real pain here is the counselors from the large nations. They came in here being at least a little bit informed in advance. They've already reached a conclusion and now they're trying to guide the rest of the council. Yes, you're right. And with the East on the move, no reason to turn down a Demon Lord's power if he allies with us. The East, you say? You don't mean the Empire, do you? Get some water. Stay hydrated, y'all. Okay. Is that a true statement, Prince Rostia? As you all know, the military of the Eastern Empire, namely the Nazca, Narium, Unmeria, United Eastern Empire, has begun to make maneuvers. Reporters say they've been conducting military exercises at a higher rate than before lately. The Empire? Why are they doing that now? The Empire's a military giant, and a greedy one too. They swallowed countless nations to build up their size. If they wage war on us and we lose, what'll happen to us then? It mean death for... I keep reading too fast. It mean death for well near everyone in the ruling class, no doubt. Everyone, calm down. I'm not saying the Empire will make their move at all, at once. How can you expect us to remain calm? Okay. And just to be sure about this, I think the Eastern nations that we're referring to is the ones that Yuki was partnered with. If I'm correct, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure these are the people that Yuki are partnered up with. Okay. Everyone, calm down. I'm not saying the Empire will make their move at once. How can you expect us to remain calm? The Kingdom of Falmouth is gone. Even if we wanted to build a line of defense, we can't do that with just us smaller nations. You want us to defend an imperial invasion with nothing but our own standing armies? I understand how you feel, but yelling will not solve this. We need to debate our response together first. But Counselor Johan has a valid point. Count Gabon. Counselor, Kingdom of Ingracia. Okay. The Counselor exists to provide aid to all its members. We should lend our ears to dissenting opinions the most. Thank you, Counselor Gabon. Not at all. I feel you. Oh my gosh. Not at all. I feel, you see, that the Empire is not a concern for us right now. They haven't attacked yet because of you-know-who in the Forest of Jura. He was feared even when sealed away from the world, but now the Storm Dragon is alive and active for us. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, these people are just hell-bent on trying to figure out how can I use you know, this new nation to our advantage. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, they're invested in their own interests, which is understandable. They're trying to essentially figure out a way that they would be able to essentially do well, like because obviously with the Jura Forest now being taken over, with this new advanced civilization being built up, ran by monsters, of course, that have this large-scale power within Veldora, right? Obviously, Rimuru as well, and the rest of the nation, they don't know too much, though, but they're going to assume it's just Veldora. But given the fact that they have this now superpower around, these smaller nations are like, yo, listen, we got to make sure that, like, we're not only in the good graces, but that we can utilize this to our advantage. The problem is when they're coming at things like this, obviously Rimuru has a very good nature. He's just a person who wants to help and make sure that he can build and establish friendly relations in order to better unite the world together. But the reality is these people, their mindset is going to cause them this relationship. Like, I can already see it. If they don't get this together, if they don't figure out, like, hold on, we can actually be friendly with this nation instead of just figuring out how to use him. What's going to end up happening is, you know, it's going to be the same thing with homeboy, I forgot his name, from Gaston, that dude, and all the merchants that were with him. They're going to realize the hard way, like, oh, okay, y'all want to just try to take advantage of us? Cool. You think we're naive? Cool. We are not doing relations with any of you. And it's just that simple. But obviously, Rimuru wants to establish friendly relations, so he's probably going to try his hardest to make sure that they can establish those relations. But again, if they keep this mentality where it's like, you know, they're just trying to take advantage of, or get an opportunity, right? All that's going to happen is it's just going to push Rimuru away from these people. So, and I feel like, I don't know if Hanata's going to actually say something about this, because at the end of the day, Hanata knows what Rimuru is about, and she knows how, you know, Rimuru actually feels about the world and what he wants. So at the end of the day, and a lot of these people also know that he wants to be friendly as well. So it's like, the fact that I don't know if there's anything that's going to really be able to change this mentality of them, because this is kind of just, I mean, human nature, right? It's human nature, like these people are trying to get over and try to find their best, or find the way to make sure that their best interests are met. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see. He was feared even when sealed away from the world, but now that the storm is active for us. You want us to pin our hopes on the evil dragon? But did you forget? If the news is to be trusted, the storm dragon has been tamed by Sir Rimuru, the demon lord. The very same demon lord who seeks admission to our council, am I right? I think the optimal move to make couldn't possibly be clearer. You're not going to win, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to get this. If you think that, like, Veldora is just going to bend to your will, you're not. It's not how it's going to happen. Yes, Rimuru wants to be a part of the council because he wants to establish friendly relations. That does not mean he's going to be your little whipping boy. And they're going to find that out very soon. Counselor Gavin is right. As we face this threat from the east, now is the time to wage a war of words against each other. If the Demon Lord Rimuru will join the council, I am sure their military might will aid us. Okay. Someone clear this up for me. I'm pretty sure this was the same dude from the last chapter, right? That was talking to Yuki and Maribel, right? I'm pretty sure. In fact, I can literally go over. Because I was just looking at the thing. I shouldn't have clicked over. Whatever. Let me know in the comments if it's the same dude. Because if that is the case, then I thought that the Eastern nations were the people that, you know, Yuki was like talking to. With Maribel. I thought Maribel and them were part of the Eastern nation. So maybe I'm wrong here. I think I might have to like do a little bit of background after this. But let's keep going. Quite true. The West must unite as one before anything else. A valid opinion, yes. There is no time to be at each other's throats. The Demon Lord Rimuru declared at the Founders Festival that he has no intention of fighting humanity. I would sincerely suggest extending an invite to him. In that case, I would like to stage a vote on that question. Of Tempest's possible membership, Chairman, yes. The results are in. By majority vote, the Council agrees to acknowledge the Jura Tempest Federation as its ally. After confirming the intentions of their leader, the Demon Lord Rimuru, we will convene to enact the relevant procedures. Adjourned. Okay. Well, it's finally over. Using the Empire's threat to make these sessions go the way they want. I never liked how the large nations' nobility did their business. That's facts. Okay. If the Empire was really on the move, they'd have both the Storm Dragon and the land of Dworgen to worry about. If the two nations hadn't formed an alliance, that'd be one matter. But now, I'm sure the Empire can't afford to act too rashly. True. They like, yo, listen, Veldora and what's my man's name? Dworgen, the king. He's like, yo, he's a problem too. Don't put some respect on the king of Dworgen, okay? But all those dumb questions they asked me. Just be honest and beg me to monitor Rimuru so he doesn't go crazy on us. She's like, listen, you know what you really want to say. Just say it, golly. I really have to stop dealing with these nobles. Hinata? Oof. Looks like this is about to be a character that is going to be annoying in the future. I can already tell, just based on Hinata's reaction. And now that I'm seeing the character design, I'm even more convinced. This person is going to be a piece of work. Elric, the first prince of Ingracia. Exactly the kind of noble I didn't want to see any more of. Yup, I knew it. Yes, can I help you? With his position, if I am at all rude to him, it might spark an international incident. Now, he's one of these guys. He's one of these people that takes himself so seriously. Obviously, he's a noble and he's a prince, right? So, at the end of the day, he's got clout. He's got or not even just clout. He's got, the power, the status. But at the end of the day, it's like he's one of those people, it seems like, from how Hinata is describing him, he's one of those people that like pouts and gets upset at any type of, any type of pushback to him. If you push and challenge his authority at all, he's probably the type that's going to like cause an issue because of it. So what was the topic on your mind? Well, Hinata, I wanted to ask you a favor. I'm thinking about testing the Demon Lord Rimuru at the next council meeting. We will need him to live up to his duties after all, and along those lines, we need to see whether he will whether he will deign to listen to us. And that is where you come in. This is a Demon Lord, keep in mind. If he decides to cause a scene, we'll all be in trouble. So I'd like to ask you to provide security details for us. Oh my gosh. So basically, I'm gonna go mess with this dude. I'm gonna cause a scene. I'm gonna push his buttons. And if he tries to attack me, which he probably will not, Rimuru will not, but if he tries to attack me, you gonna protect me, right? You gonna protect me if I act like a jackass to this dude and cause him to be very upset? You gonna make sure he don't try to hurt me, right? Please? Please? If you don't, I'm gonna cause some issues for you, right? that's basically what's going on here. She's like, she's drinking tea, she's like, taking that deep breath like, let me make sure I word these words correctly. Why, if I may ask? Why? Why, you ask me? Well, because I know you're a strong woman, the most powerful leader of the Paladins, confidant to the Luminian god, and chef knight of the Imperial Guard itself. Among the Western nations, you truly have no equal. I even hear you fought Rimuru to a draw. With your support, I'm sure we can reveal the true nature of this demon lord. I wonder if she's going to reveal it. The fought to a draw thing was a rumor we spread around on purpose. I think testing him may be ill-advised. He is truly powerful. We fought again. If we fought again, there is no guarantee I will beat him. That's her in the kindest, or not in the kindest, but in like the most diplomatic way of saying, you don't understand the problem that you're about to deal with if you try to do this. Like you don't know the tree you're barking up on. Okay, you don't understand that. Oh, Lady Hinata, no need to act all meek and gentle around Prince Elric, you know. Yo, the eye twitch. Yo, you see it? You saw the vein twitch, and she's like, yo, I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out of y'all. I can understand if you've become smitten with the sweet, alluring. Somebody smack this man. I need somebody to smack this man, because what we talking about? I can understand if you've become smitten with the sweet, alluring facade that he's put up. But this is an official request. Yo, the way they shadowed out her eyes, she is sick right now. If you could lend us your... I'm afraid I cannot. He just shut that down. No. The Western Holy Church and the Holy Empire of Lubilus have signed a non-aggression pact with Tempest. Yo, they're like, what? And word of warning as well. Please refrain from angering the demon lord Rimuru. What? Are you ordering me around? She's trying to help you, bro. Trying to give you some solid advice to keep you and your people safe. Okay, that's what this is. Let's see. That, and if you have an official request, make it through the proper channels. But sorry to disappoint you, but I happen to trust Demon Lord Rimuru. She's like, yo, dude, like I'm cool with him. Like, we don't have beef. I like Rimuru. He's a cool dude. And you over here trying to get me to fight him for what? For what? Right? Oh, come on now. The next page hasn't loaded. Hold on, give me 1 sec, y'all. I trust you. Okay. If you'll excuse me, they must think this is the perfect chance to strike at the Demon Lord. Having an unexpected event to take advantage of doesn't do much to up your success rate. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail now. But then again, what if the nobles and that prince were all planning how they acted around me with a goal in mind? No, that seems pretty unlikely. Oh god, no. The fact that you just said seems unlikely means it's exactly what's going on. So, it seems they're probably going to try to utilize this as a moment to try to attack Rimuru and see if they can put him in his place, right? We're going to find out the hard way, man. Let's see. Off to Ingracia. Oh, these are also charming. Pick any one you like. What? Are you sure about that? Yeah, my way of thanking you for all the hard work. You guys can pick whatever you want too. Me too? I'll stick with this, sir. He's like, no, you're not. After receiving the council's invite, oh, don't be a stick in the mud. Weirdly serious about it. I have traveled to Ingracia with a few selected associates. Xian, I ordered to hold down the fort for me. I'm still a bit concerned about her in a big human city. It's not fair. The rest of the gang was out of the country handling assorted duties. Shauna, too, had a pretty full work schedule as always. But, she's always working so hard. Giving her a reward now and then won't hurt. Butter her up now and maybe she'll let you off the hook later. Is that Benimaru? Is that Benimaru in the changing room? I can hear you. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, look at Shauna. She looking, okay, hey. Nice. I like that, Shauna. It looks good on you. Thank you very much, Rimuru. I'm glad to hear it. That shrine maiden gear is fine, yeah? But seeing her in a more casual wear is really novel. Hey, yo! Yo, the ogres are dripping out today. Okay. You guys look great too. So just buy that stuff. You don't seem as enthusiastic about us. You took forever to choose. It's hard to tell what's good or not. Come on, everything looks great on them, stupid mucks or stupid hunks. Hey man, yeah, these guys look, bro. These are clean fits. Dang, y'all heard that voice crack. These are clean fits. Now these are some real clean fits though. What about you, Sir Rimuru? Yeah, maybe I ought to join in on the fun too. Listen, you guys gotta pick an outfit fast, okay? Here's a little tip, how. Sir, can you pick something that'll work with me? Right away. Here's a problem. Make it somebody else's problem. Or not here's a problem. Here's a tip. Any problem you have, just make it somebody else's problem. With our new clothes, we next went to the cafe. The one I picked used to be run by Mr. Yoshida. Now it's been taken over by his ex-students. Here you go, sir. 1 cup of coffee. Ah, the perfect bitterness for grown-up palates. Pour in a bunch of milk and sugar and you've got a perfect harmony of sweetness and... Yeah, he spit that out. That's more milk than coffee, isn't it? How grown-up is that? Let's see. Lay off me. It's all about the atmosphere. Well, I can call your aura too grown up at the moment. I can't call your aura too grown up at the moment. Not with that cutesy poncho thing you got on. It works, but... Yo, my man really got him in some straight bull right now. What does he got on, bro? My man look like a Bama out here. Come on now, dog. You cannot be wearing this type of outfit, bro. This is atrocious. What are these dots? What are these fluff dots, bro? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna lay off on him. He looked like a chicken though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Especially with the little beak thing there. I don't know. I knew it. This is from the kids section. That darn clerk. Oh no, it's quite lovely on you, Sir Rimuru. Yeah, the fact that they ain't say anything either. You know what? Yeah, that's crazy. Right. Yeah, looks so good. I thought you were a big fan of it, Sir Rimuru. As Hinata waited for her tea. You know what? Hold on. Go back. Why didn't you think this was a bad outfit, Rimuru? Come on now. You should have known. You should have known you were in some BS. Anyways, as Hinata waited for her tea, Soe gave us a little bit of briefing. We put up a soundproof barrier to keep anyone from listening in, of course. So did you investigate who was behind the Duke Muse? Well, sir, he's been killed. He has? We believed he was felled by some manner of long-range attack. Do you believe? Oh, you believe so? So you didn't see who did it? No. I had a constant eye on him, and then he suddenly fell. He was already dead by the time I reached him. No trace of magic, aura, or like that. Not at all. The only thing left was the hole in his forehead. I failed to detect the presence of the killer in any way whatsoever. A hole in his forehead. That's interesting, yeah. A hole in his forehead. Also, my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. Okay, and we're restarting it. Anyways. So, report there is the chance that the subject Soe's investigations had been discovered. Ah, so they were shutting their crony up. But the method of this murder, it's like, maybe it was a sniper, huh? Yeah, a sniper? What is that? Huh. They don't know about this type of stuff. Huh. Maybe it was a sniper. Maybe it was actually a gun or ballistics or something like that. Oh, right. Yeah, we've never really seen that in this world yet. So a gun. I'm pretty sure Yuki has a handgun. But Maribel might have one as well. The thing about Maribel is that she was supposed to be an ancient ruler, right? She wasn't supposed to be from the modern time, so... But how ancient is ancient? You know what I'm saying? Like, guns been around for a long time, since like 1600s, right? So maybe it could have been one of those, but I don't know. Anyways. Oh yeah, in that case, maybe it was a sniper. Well, a handgun isn't accurate beyond 50 yards or so, though. So we're talking about a real sniper rifle. Does something like that exist over here? I've never heard of one, at least. Oh, sorry, a gun is kind of like this. Thought communication. Huh. Guess Benimaru doesn't see it as much of a threat. Interesting. Soe, on the other hand, seems to sense the danger. The presence of guns can affect how tough a bodyguard job is, after all. I think I can handle this well enough. We could mix the right gunpowder at home. Why are we trying to make guns right now? And I imagine Dord would be able to make the unit itself for us. That's the scariest reaction of all, kinda. She's a fearsome woman. That's what I'm saying. She's like having this cutesy reaction. Oh, we could actually make this. Let's make guns today. Like, no, we don't need guns in this world. We already got magic, okay? Let's just keep it at that. Golly. Report. Someone without knowledge of guns will not comprehend what happened if they witnessed a shooting. So it could have been a gun, and it probably, obviously, was done by Maribel, but, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Right. If someone right by me got blown away, I'd be a prime suspect, wouldn't I? Alright, Soe, sir. I will station body doubles around tomorrow's council meeting and stay on enhanced guard. I'll do whatever I can to ensure you are not assigned any blame. That's Soe for you. So capable. So, Hinata, can I ask you why they're calling me into this meeting anyway? Well, the resolution to let Tempest into the council passed at the last special session. At the regular session tomorrow, you'll be asked to sit for a Q&A before they officially enact it. Maybe they'll let us in pretty easily then. I expected more of a vetting process. Keep in mind, you haven't received the official nod yet. I'm sure they'll try to get under your skin with your... I can't even talk right now. I'm sure they'll try to get under your skin with their questions. Don't fall for their tricks, okay? Oh, come on. I don't have that short of a fuse, do I? If you do lose it at the council, that's bad for us and Lubelius, you know? You have official ties now, and our public support. You're worrying too much. Unlike you, I know to deal with such social situation. This man is, what? You want to fight over it? Yo, why she looking like that? No, nothing like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, you trying to fight already? I just was joking. We were just clowning around. Okay. Well, they did give us a 4-star hotel and everything. I'm sure there are some ulterior motives here. Stuff I bet you've already looked into, Soe. Along those lines, there's one thing I'd like to ask Lady Hinata. It seems that several ministerial level officials in the region are aiming to take advantage of us. And the one motive they're all bringing up, they want you to serve as a wall of... Okay. They want you to serve as a wall to fend off the Eastern Empire, I bet. Yes, exactly, Lady Hinata. So if a war broke out with the Empire, they want us to help them. Cause right now the sole obligation we have along those lines is to Blumend. That's the only nation we have a security pact with. Yeah, Benimaru's right. But I don't think we need to worry about the Empire. Hinata isn't objecting to me. She must have to come to the same conclusion I did. Could I ask why you think so? Oh, it's easy. The key point here is the route they'd have to use to invade the Western nations. They have 3 potential paths. They could go by sea, take the mountain route across the Kanat Mountains in Dworgen, or march through the forest of Jura. Any sea route would be full of ocean monsters, and any ship big enough to fight them would be an easy target. Lose those ships and they'll all be wiped out. The mountain route, meanwhile, isn't suited for marching. It contains the Dragon's Nest, which is kind of hellscape to trip. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all be getting annoyed whenever I be messing up my words too. It contains the Dragon's Nest, which is kind of a hellscape to traverse. Any large force threatening this zone would clearly invoke the ire of the locals. They could fight, but it lead to major casualties before they ever seen the Western nations. And as for the final choice, well, the forest of Jura is my turf. And I got Veldora too, right? Now, that the world knows that Sir Veldora is back, the Empire can't afford to make any funny moves. It'd be different if Sir Rimuru wasn't a demon lord, but as it stands, they're essentially frozen in place. No, the Empire may not try anything very soon, but they are making ominous moves. Shouldn't we conduct some in-depth investigation if we can gain a better picture of them? Zoe sounds a bit iffy about all of this. But sitting back and doing nothing is a bad idea too. Affirmative. Currently no problems can be seen. However, when new data comes in, we will need to reassess our thoughts. Makes sense. Really, it's only a few counselors sounding the alarm about the Empire. It's more of a cover story, a pretext for letting Tempest into the council. But Sir Soe may have a point. If you're that concerned, I could conduct some investigations myself. Now that she's trusting her own thoughts too much, now that she's not trusting her own thoughts too much either, and she's willing to take action for us too. Oh, he said, wow, not now. So he's surprised that like Hinata actually cares. Master, I have a suggestion. Hey, can I ask a favor when you do, Hinata? I'd like you to look into the structure of Dworgen. Oh, you mean the city itself carved underneath the Kanat Mountains? Yes, that could be another invasion route. With King Gazelle right there, I doubt it's very likely, but just in case. Facts. Alright, you act so careless, but I really can't let my guard down around you, can I? Right? Yo, she's like, wow, I didn't even think about that. You are actually smarter than I thought you were. But it's not really just Rimuru, it's really... You mean Raphael. But anyways, Rimuru obviously knows how to take advantage of Raphael. I mean, Raphael is pretty much Rimuru anyway. Like, I mean, it's his skill, so 2 in 1, right? 2 in 1 kind of deal. Let's see. It was all Raphael's idea, but yeah, like I said, like it's really Raphael. But at the end of the day, hey, look, Raphael's part of his skill set, so it's Rimuru at the end of the day. Okay, I think I'll head out. Thanks for the info. See you tomorrow then. And remember, some counselors want to use your military force for more than just the Empire thing. So promise me you won't get angry at them. You're really drilling me on this point, huh? Yeah, because she knows what they're up to, dude. These people are really trying to take advantage of you. Well, I know the council's a den of evil trickery, okay? It'll be tense in a different way from a Walpurgis, but I'll make sure I'm ready for it. Also, I think there's some idiots planning to do something stupid at the event, so be on the lookout for that, okay? Sure, yo. She's like, yo, listen. Cause, yeah, that noble, he's definitely gonna pull some stuff, okay? He's gonna pull some dumb stuff, and we gotta make sure that we on point with him, cause at the end of the day, even though he's just some dickhead, he's a prince, right? And it seems a very important prince. I'm sure. Something must have been up at the special session with her and those idiots. But fine, time to kick back and relax at that posh hotel and prepare for battle with my words with the council tomorrow. Look at that little, oh my god, look at that little kid, Pancho. Oh my gosh, they really be messing with this boy Rimuru. And you know what? At the end of the day, he's a demon lord, so who cares? You know, he can look how he wants at the end of the day. But man, you can bulk yourself up a little bit or something. But he's like, nah, I'm messing. I'm just gonna live my life, live my best life how I am. And you know what? I respect it. But before then, I think I'll go complain to that clerk. And the most daring little Poncho too. Oh my gosh. You know what? Now that I'm really looking at the Poncho ain't that bad. It's just, I don't know. Rimuru is kind of like, I don't know how Rimuru sees himself now. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe he's like, he sees himself as like gender fluid or something. Because at the end of the day, like, he doesn't have any male or female body parts, right? He doesn't have, you know, what are the word I'm looking for? The you know what I'm talking about. He doesn't have those external parts that would make him male or female. So at the end of the day, it's like he's kind of just whatever. So that's why he can go with wearing. He goes with wearing. You mean stuff like this, which this is more typically like female or attire, versus sometimes he'll wear something like suited and booted, for more male attire. But he can go either way with it. So I guess maybe at this point he kind of just sees himself as gender fluid. I don't know. I know mentally speaking, when it comes to like with his sexual preferences, that boy is definitely a straight male. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like how he interacts with everything else, he's like whatever. Anyways, this is a good chapter, really good chapter, really good setup too. Next chapter, it looks like we're gonna get the actual meeting. I'm very excited to see how things are going to go. I know that Dickhead's going to do something crazy. It's going to be something annoying. I'm very excited to see it and see how Rimuru handles it. I'm very excited to see exactly how they try to persuade Rimuru in order to bend to their will. Because that's really what this meeting is about, is getting Rimuru to, join their cause and use him as much as they can. Because they're looking at it like, well, he wants to be in support of humans. He wants to help humans, right? He wants to be a part of us. So since he wants to be part of this, we're going to take advantage and get him to do as much as he can, because obviously he wants to be a part of this in the first place, right? So he's coming to us with the intent of joining. So we're going to make sure that we, give him some stipulations in order to make it so that it's worth our while for him to join. Since at the end of the day, they don't really... I mean, they see the value in him. They see the military might. They see that he's trying to be friendly with certain nations, but they don't see him as an ally. They see him as an asset. If that makes sense. But in any regards, I'm gonna go ahead and end this reaction right here. If you guys did enjoy, please go ahead and like that reaction, or like the video, which is the reaction. Subscribe so you can see more content. Definitely comment down below your thoughts and opinions about the chapter, and I'll catch y'all in the next reaction video. Peace.